Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We are starting things off in a little big hole of a red area. So what we've got over here is what's going to become a little mini hub for myself. So I've got myself the portal leading to my industrial district right in the corner, which I might actually expand this a little bit more. I've got myself the portal that goes to my little town, and probably somewhere around here, if my estimation is correct, is going to be the town, the portal that goes to my future projects, which is going to be if I can remember correctly, it's going to be a villager breeder. So I can have the villager breeder go from here all the way across to here or some other one. But what I want to do today is firstly clear out this entire area, make it 5 tall instead of just 3 tall, and get started on building this nether hub. Now what I am not sure yet is how I'm going to build the nether hub. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make it look like, nor am I sure what it's going to be when it finishes, or what other things are going to be. I want it to be in such a way that I can add new portals and it doesn't really disrupt the design, and yet it needs to be something a little bit different. Now some of the other people on the server have suggested that I just continue this design all the way around, which is not necessarily the best idea. It's okay. I mean, I do like the idea, but it does mean using a lot of quartz, and if I'm honest, I need the quartz for my redstone projects, so that's probably not the best idea in the world. Speaking of quartz, there's a bit here. But anyway, I don't have enough quartz to feasibly cover the entire thing in quartz, or at least half the thing in quartz. So that idea is definitely out. Come on. So, what other ideas do I have? What else should I do or could I do? I am thinking if I dig this down by a couple of blocks, and then I can have, say, if I have a bit of glass, I can put, say, white wall here. White wall there, and then put glass on top of that. And that would kind of give the impression of a lakeish. I guess you would be able to see that and that where those things are. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Quite a little bit more thinking to be done on this front. So let me continue with this mining, and I hopefully will come up with an idea relatively soon. Also, it is actually my birthday today. As I record this, I am having a birthday. So leave a comment in the comments area, and leave a like, and of course subscribe as always, to wish me a very happy birthday. I won't exactly reveal how old I am because I'm old. I'm just nice and old and adult and everything. It's just old. But anyway, yes, it is my birthday, and I am actually enjoying having a very nice birthday today. I'm going to be having a nice chocolate cake, decadently chocolate, because chocolate, I really, really love chocolate. But anyway, let's dig this thing out. It's been a couple of hours, and I've been doing this on and off for the past couple of hours as well, but I think I've finally come up with an idea, at least for the floor. So what I'm going to do is just have a river, which is going to be with blue or dark blue concrete or concrete powder or wool. I'm not exactly sure yet how. And that's just going to snake its way through here. So it'll roughly follow the path I'm going. So it'll curve round, come back through here, and then come back, curve around like this and something like this. So it's basically a bit of a river. And then on the two sides I'm going to have land, I think. Or I'm going to have a giant ocean that comes from around like this. A bit of land here, a river that separates off here, and like that. So basically it's going to be a landscape underneath here, made of concrete powder and or wool. I'm not quite sure. Then on top of that I'll put glass. What that does mean is I'm going to have to lower this thing by another level, which is going to be a bit difficult when I get to here. But overall I think I've come up with at least a floor plan. Now the walls are going to be a little bit different. I'm thinking I probably will just continue this design all the way around, because that did sort of work. I may have to change the roof because this did spawn a lot of gas, and that's not something I want to happen here. So I may change this a little bit as well. But that means I'm going to have to get a lot more deep slate, which I don't really have a lot of. And of course basalt and all that stuff. So quite a bit more gathering to do. But let's get started on the floor for its time being. After a little bit more time, you can see I have started work on the river. You can see I've got a little bit of a river here, the dark blue, working pretty well. It's still pretty dark there in this area, which is not exactly what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to have to put some light in the ceiling or in the walls to make this thing good. At any rate, you can see I've got myself a grassy area. I'm thinking this is supposed to replicate a savanna because of the darker green. Even though this is grass, it's going to be dark green in here. I'm thinking of putting a sandy bit here, a sandbar or a small desert. And then over here, I've got moss and, what's this, mycelium here as well. So this will be, well, yeah, it'll be the mycelium island over here as well as a moss to just give it a little bit of different greenery. Now, I suppose I could do concrete powder as well, but I don't exactly have a lot of green powder or green dye at the moment. So the question is, what do I do over here? Now, I don't want to do gravel mountains. I don't want to do another river because I'm just about out of wool. So there's quite a bit more to do. Now, the second question I'm thinking of doing is, or considering is, do I make the glass all white or clear, or do I dye it to the color of this? And I'm thinking keep it white, because otherwise it'll be pretty obvious where the difference is. This should work a lot better. I've only got the single smelter going, so this is going to take a while to actually smelt through and actually cover this all up. So this project might not be complete until next episode, if this is the rate it's going at. You know what? I'm actually starting to come around to the idea of not having the glass, because I can actually get a little bit more depth with this thing. I can have the grass, even though I don't want it to be too high. I just want it to be one high. I can get the mycelium. I can probably put some mushrooms on here, which I did throw out earlier. I can do a few more things if I leave the glass off. So I think this will work a little bit better if I just start mining all the things I just placed already. However, that said, the grass and the sand and all that, I think this is working pretty well. So once we get the lights in, we're going to have a really good looking hub. Well, I think it's going to look great anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have to undo this, which is not great, but oh well, at least I'm going to have a lot of glass. And so we've now replaced this river with blue concrete powder. I think that works a little bit better, even though if it's a little bit thin in areas. Now, Morgan has come over to join us, although I don't think I'll be able to get them to chat. I could actually get them in voice chat. Anyway, they've suggested that instead of having just plain wool, I've put in blue glass, which I think looks really good. So that's quite a good idea. Thank you very much for that, Morgan. So this back wall as well needs to go back by quite a bit, but we'll see what happens. And there's some rats here. Interesting. Let's just get the horse. There we go. That's much better. Anyway, so quite a bit more done, but I think it's better like this. We've got blue concrete, and not blue concrete. We've got blue wool, and that also enables us to use blue concrete powder on the top if we wanted to. Although I don't think I will. We'll see what happens. And it took a little bit of time to get all this done, but with Morgan's help and a lot of dyeing of sheep, we've got this thing, or at least the walls, pretty much done. So we've got the walls with our blue wool and the suggestion of Morgan, as well as some white clouds. And we're going to be lining it with blue glass, which is, you know, probably not the best idea in the world, but I think well, actually no. Let me take that back. It was Morgan's idea, and it works really, really well, in my opinion. So what we want to do is something similar on the top. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to look, but we do have quite a bit to go. So I do need to figure out how I'm going to get from here to here, but other than that, it is looking pretty good. So a fair bit more stuff to do, and a fair bit more dyeing and placing to go. So yeah, this thing is coming together really well. Now I'm going to make this episode a little bit shorter than normal because, if I'm honest, I'm actually recording this on the Friday, so 27th of August, and yeah, it is a little bit late for me to be doing that. So I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter than normal. Hopefully you enjoy it anyway. But I think that's going to bring today's episode to an end. If we just have a look around, we have completed a little bit more, or, well, Morgan really, because I've been AFK for quite a bit of it. So Morgan has completed a lot of this thing, so you can see the clouds are going well. We've got a few pigmen going in here. So what I need to do in the future is put a few more lights in. So either hide them with the carpet, or underneath the sand, or in here somewhere. So quite a few more places. So what we're going to be doing in the future is putting in a little bit more of a roof. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that, but it will be done. And just because Morgan keeps suggesting it, I'm going to do a bit of a dance montage. And I think that's enough. So anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. Hopefully it'll be a bit longer and hopefully I have a bit more time to do it. So thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the end. Goodbye.